And welcome you from that wonderful segment where we had to take you into African news update and tell you what's happening in Africa. And of course, you've heard what's happening in Nigeria, Kenya, and some of the countries that make up Africa. I'm delighted to have you join us again as we commemorate this time around the World Youth Skills Day 2026. It is a global observance dedicated to recognizing the vital role that skills development play in empowering young people, strengthening communities, and also shaping a more inclusive and sustainable future. This year's theme, Skills for a Shared Future, reminds us that the challenges of our world, from technological transformation and climate change to economic development and social inclusion, cannot be addressed in isolation. They require collaboration, they require innovation, and a generation equipped with the right skills to build solutions together. Our discussion today will be on building together youth skills that can connect us. Across the world, young people are providing that skills which can go beyond technological and technical expertise. They include communication, leadership, digital literacy, creativity, entrepreneurship, emotional intelligence, teamwork, and of course the ability to work across cultures and communities. These are skills that connect people, they foster understanding and inspire collective progress. Now, whether it is a young entrepreneur creating jobs, a software developer designing solutions for everyday challenges, a skilled artisan preserving cultural heritage, or a community volunteer driving social change, one thing is very clear. When young people are empowered with relevant skills, they become powerful agents of transformation. And so today, we will explore the kinds of skills that are shaping the future of work, strengthening communities, and creating opportunities for collaboration across generations and borders. We will also examine how governments, educational institutions, the private sector, and of course the civil society can work together to ensure that no young person is left behind in the journey towards a shared future. So today we'll be joined by our distinguished guest. He is a climatologist expert. He will share his insights, his experience, and practical perspective on preparing young people not just for employment, but for leadership, for innovation, and meaningful participation in our society. And so if you're a student watching us this morning, if you're a young professional, if you're an entrepreneur, you are an educator, or a policymaker, or simply someone that's passionate about youth development, this conversation is actually for you. And so we'll ask that you stay with us as we explore how investing in youth skills today is an investment in stronger economies, more resilient communities, and a future where collaboration becomes our greatest strength. And so joining us today, I've said already, he is an academic doctor of climatology, he is a teacher and a lecturer, he is a public speaker and a coach, he is an orator, and recently from the Teesside University in the UK, graduated as a psychologist with a distinction. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll be listening to us speak with Felix Paul, PhD. Good morning, Dr. Felix Paul. Good morning to you. All right, so Dr. Felix Paul, very glad to have you this morning on the show. And first and foremost, you are a climatologist, and so you will understand this better. You are in the UK this morning, and this is Nigeria. So we're speaking with you from the heart of Abuja, Nigeria. It is a little bit warm here. What's the weather like in the UK?
Okay, so today it's better. Okay, for some days it's been pretty hot here in the UK. For today it's clement. It's between, let's say, 20 degrees Celsius, but it's still fine. It's very okay. So the weather today is fine. depending on what you have in Nigeria.
Simbiat Amzat is here, and we're going to be doing this together with you, Dr. Felix Paul.
Good morning, Doctor. Good morning. It's so nice to have you here. We've been expecting you.
Good morning. The pleasure is mine. Thank you for having me.
You've heard what I've said earlier on about youth and skills. So, very quickly, I think I want to begin with asking what, for you, the theme for the year 2026, as it has to do with the World Youth Skills Day 2026 has. The theme is Skills for a Shared Future. What does this theme mean for you, and why is it especially relevant in 2026?
Beautiful, beautiful. So when I saw the theme, the first that crossed my mind was finally we are on the right track. Okay. Because unfortunately, over the years, we've had a situation where everybody want to become something, trying to strive to make a living. I should put this, try to strive to make out ways on how to become something on their own. So it's being more individualistic than collective. So in a situation in a society where everybody is trying to cut corners, we're trying to create their own niche, we're trying to make themselves become without understanding that shared ideas, okay, without understanding that collaboration, without understanding that coming together, teaming up is what puts us out there. So one person's idea is good, one person's skill is good, but the collection of skills is better. So when we now look at how can we collaborate more, how can we synergize more, how can we work more like a team, then we can think of how can we move from just becoming good people to becoming a collectively excellent group of people. So the theme this year is it's more like a call to let's not be individuals, let's not be good at our individual levels. We can put together our ideas, we can come together and make things better. You have a skill, I have a skill. Mine may not be what you have. By the time you put mine together with yours, and we have one, two, three more people come together with their own skills, we'll definitely have a better society. So it's more about collaboration, coming together instead of competition. So this is more like saying collaboration over competition.
I want us to get something very clear because you, in your first statement, you said something about getting it right this time. And I think that is why I want to hold you up there. Immediately, the first question dropped. You said, I think we are on the right track. And so let me ask, why do you think youth, World Youth Skills Day is important, and it is important as a global observance? And if I would want to ask further, what message should young people take away from it?
Okay, so when we have global international days, they are not just days meant for celebration. They are days meant for recognition. They are days meant to actually celebrate not just a mere celebration, but recognizing efforts. So the World Skills Day is a way of recognizing the efforts that people put in to develop their skills and to utilize these skills to make global impact. Okay. So over the years, we've had the celebration celebrates people whose skills and whose commitment to using their skills to grow the nation has been a hallmark for global successes. And every year we notice that we have the truth of the matter is we have very skilled young people. Okay, we have young people who are skilled in several aspects of life. There are people who are skilled, people who have very good soft skills, people who have very good hard skills. Okay, there are people who have very good civic skills. Putting all of this together, they are worth celebrating. Unfortunately, we live in a society where we don't celebrate good things. I'm going to use good things very, very liberally here. We in society where I was once very angry, when I noticed that when we have people go for competitions, for example, and showcase their skills, maybe their numerical skills, and they come off in flying colors, we find little or no global recognition. I'm using global here. Let's say we find little or no social media recognition of this skill. But I'm trying not to use the Loto uprising thing. But we see what people actually celebrate. It's not really what should be celebrated. So a day like this will allow us to identify the skills that our young people have, no matter how small, and then we give them that idea that whatever you do and you're doing it well is worth celebrating. And in this year's edition, we are now saying, come on, you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to stay in that small corner of yours alone. There's someone out there who has something you can add to yours. Both of you can come together. Of course, you know that two good heads are better than one. You can actually put your heads together, and instead of making a local impact, you can make a national impact. And if you have more national impact, instead of making a national impact, you can make an international impact. And from there, you can make global impact by collaboration.